This week, Garen and Ellie find a great deal, we get busy on the pantry barn doors, and we raise the bar for Grandpa.
All right, we bought ourselves a tractor.
So exciting. It kind of runs.
Yeah. It's beaut, but it does have some issues with the transmission. They might be pretty big ones, but we're gonna tackle them, or attempt to anyway. We get to tear into a tractor.
Approaching the last few parts of the door projects. I'm doing something a little different on the second door as far as design. Set it up differently for Bree to put something else on there besides the hummingbirds. But I've had a good time in cutting it out. The system worked a little easier this way. Using my router, it was kind of fun to kind of cut out something big like this. But it does create a lot of sawdust. People walk by and they play in the sawdust and stuff, you know, it's kind of funny. A lot of cuttings, bigger cuttings, you know, clippings. Very cool to work with a router in this way. Usually routers are kind of simple little things, but no, when you do a big project like this, it just creates a lot of large sawdust stuff. Which
it becomes kind of like your art brush, doesn't it?
It does. It kind of acts like an art brush too, depending on the size of the bit. And I have to admit, it's a little bit tiring. You know, your arms get a little bit tired. It's a lot of space. It was worth the workout. I enjoyed it. So muscles, you know. So
you do like this series of sanding too that you did after, isn't that right? After
yeah. There's a series of sandings. I've got a planer, electric planer that I'll put on it if I find some spots that I want to trim away quickly. I'll bring out that and kind of flatten things out. Did a lot of different sanding with different gauges of sandpaper.
Oh yeah.
You know, times I had the big 60 grit out and we had the big sander out and I'm just grinding away on it. Or sometimes I would just pull out, you know, 220 and we're out there kind of doing more of a fine sanding. And then of course we'll paint on the inside and that'll be the canvas for Bree.
According to the service manual I got for this tractor, first thing we should do is make sure the transmission fluid is topped off. I don't know how much transmission fluid is in here. I know it's very low because there is a constant leak underneath the tractor. I'm just gonna top off the fluid, see if that fixes or changes anything in any way. This thing took, say, about 4 gallons of fluid, so we were very, very low. It has some deeper problems with gears grinding. I just don't see there's any way that this could be a fluid issue. Let's test this sucker out and see if it works at all. The problem's still there and you can hear that grind in there. That's a pretty big issue. So now I think I'm gonna go straight into draining the fluid. There's 3 or 4 drain plugs, I believe, on the bottom. Gonna go through, drain that out. There is 41 quarts of fluid in there. It is gonna take a while and I'm gonna fill up probably several 5-gallon buckets. Okay, oil's all drained out. So here's a quick look at the oil that came out, and you can see that it is pretty metallic-y, which would make sense with all the grinding that we would have some. Definitely doing the right thing by pulling the transmission out. Hey girls.
How's it going?
Going good. Hi baby girl.
Are you gonna start turning it down now?
Yep, I'm gonna start taking off the front pieces. This is what the book says to do next. I decided to take the bucket off because it's honestly gonna be a pain to work around. I think it's gonna slow me down. And it's just now a matter of picking it up off here because it's kind of heavy. So I got my engine lift. Or I might be able to just grab it around these 2 posts here in the center and just pick it up, get it floating so that we can push it and set it down.
Oh boy.
See how heavy our back is.
I could just sit on the front. That'll weight it down.
Yeah, and rock you 2 up. Sketchy, sketchy. I'm scared that when this baby comes down, it's just gonna
flip up and hit that light.
Yeah, and like rocket the thing to the roof. No, not that. Let me take this down a little bit. Maybe the trick is getting inside of the problem.
Oh my god. That didn't sound good. You okay?
We're good.
Well, you got her on the ground.
She is on the ground.
Azalea's even over here concerned. Oh. What are you doing?
This is why you have help when you take off the front loader of this.
Well, you do have help. I'm just standing here holding the camera.
I'm okay with this. this placement right here. Next time when we put this back on, we gotta change it up better. That was a little too sketchy and potentially.
Maybe we should get Bryson over here.
Yeah, we could do that too. Okay, buckets off.
So what's going on, guys? Oh, sorry.
We've just got some bowage going on.
Thought about putting a piece of metal embedded in the backs of these, but I think we need something a little stiffer. So I'm probably gonna have to go with a 2x4 or something else that keeps the doors from bowing so badly. We're at a stage where we can fix it now. If we try to fix it later, we'll have the resin in there. Probably won't bow anymore, but if it does get straightened out, might crack. So we don't want to do that either.
Come on, you guys, let's get out of here. Come on, it's okay. The dogs are okay. They won't hurt you.
You guys are goobers.
All right, so you're gonna head over and fix that other door too, huh?
Yep.
Got to have a little bit of a challenge, huh?
Yeah,
it can't be super easy.
Before he brings it to a close.
Yeah, easy's for everybody else.
Yeah.
We only do hard. It's
Right.
better.
What do you think, Yui? What's your opinion on the subject?
Well, we're gonna add on to this door just a little bit. And then I'm gonna be putting on some brackets on the top and the bottom to be able to kind of keep the door from bowing. It's been a bit of scooping and bowing and moving out of place. Lumber wasn't really quite dry enough when I put it together, so a lesson learned, I guess. But we're gonna fix it up, then we're gonna go ahead and get it painted and get it ready for Bree to do her thing on it.
Back braces on it? Is that the plan?
Yes, they're braces. They're going to be brackets, basically,
Oh,
that are gonna go on here like this to help keep this from kind of bowing and this little section here.
okay.
So be seen, they'll be top and bottom.
Ellie's brother, who makes tables, he works with this kind of wood a lot, and it does bow. It's not fully dry, so he's had some issues this way too, hasn't he?
Yes.
Better to fix it now before she pours, because then it wouldn't be as good, huh? It'd be harder to do.
Yep.
And you probably crack. Would that crack if you did it after?
Yeah, it could. It potentially could crack afterwards. And we want it to be as good and stiff. It probably won't crack maybe, but we want it to be sure that it's nice and firm and doesn't be peeling out.
Are you going to do this with the other door as well?
Yes, the other door, both doors are going to get the in treatment.
What is that?
Yeah, I've got one on.
Oh, that looks
That's how I keep
cute.
it from,
Oh, that looks fabulous, doesn't it?
yeah.
Only the best.
Ready to do this one. Magic.
The magic, the face of determination. That's
Ah!
good one, Gar.
I'm gonna head over to my dad's place and put up a little handicap bar there next to the shower. My dad tapped me on the shoulder, and on occasion I need to maybe go over there and do just a little bit of work. He needed one of those little handle bar thingies, you know, coming out of the shower. I said, yeah, sure. So we picked up a handle, this 2-footer. Okay, Dad, where do you want this thing to go?
Right about there.
All right, good deal. Thanks, Dad. Their walls don't have nice, big, heavy studs evenly spaced across there, so had to kind of work out a situation where I worked with a backing and then put the bar on the backing and like a ledger and then put it in that way. So it did require measuring, a little cutting on both ends. Did have on one end, I needed to actually trim some sections out before I could attach the bar to it. Got the bar all set up, everything's all level, at least it's, you know, level it can be. Got it all level, did some touch-up paint on it, and kind of wrapped it up. It came out pretty good.
I think your dad was happy with it.
He was happy. He did. He came out and voiced his happiness, so that's good. Well, come on in here, take a look at it.
Looking good. Looking good, man. Good. Yeah. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Yeah.
No, we don't want him
Still,
falling.
We don't
So
want him falling.
yeah.
Keep him safe.
Instrument panel off. But literally every bolt in this thing is stripped out. We've moved a lot of dirt in our day. A lot of earth bag buildings by hand with a wheelbarrow. We did the cabin, and then we did, you know, all the buildings at Mom and Dad's house.
I remember racing, so you could fill the wheelbarrow the fastest, and
Yeah.
I think there's good memories there.
Yeah, for sure. You definitely have a really good sense of accomplishment when you finish a building like that, you know, with a shovel.
A lot of hard manual labor.
Mhm.
Hi. All right, babe. What's the next big step?
Okay, the next big step is gonna be fenders are coming off in the floor. comes out in one piece. All right, let's get going. Take off all the little auxiliary things and then pull that out, and then we can actually get to the transmission. We got the back shroud off. I think now we're gonna click it into neutral and push it just back out. And then I think I'm just gonna pressure wash through here and get this a little bit cleaner to work with, because right now it is pretty, I mean, that's real grimy. So if we can clean it up, it should be a whole lot more fun to work on. Well, not perfect, but it's done to a good enough degree. Push it back in the shop now and we can get split in the two.
We had a tractor growing up too for brush hogging and stuff. I remember trying to learn how to drive on it. No power steering, trying to steer around stuff, and it was fun and good knowledge to have when learning a tractor and other jobs and working for neighbors and stuff. So it's gonna be good to have for our kids. But they're definitely gonna know how to shovel.
Oh yeah. Well, you gotta know how to shovel.
Yeah.
I got the engine and transmission separated, the tractor split. I'm gonna take the clutch off and see if there's any real big scraping in there that could have caused our noise. But remember, in our transmission fluid, we did see a lot of metallic flakes. So it's likely that there's still an issue with the transmission. It looks like just a bunch of straight cut gears with forks that go over the top of them to shift. And the GTS system, which is that piece that I pulled off the front here, is the system that chooses where you shift to. And then it has a secondary clutch inside of here that engages when you shift. That way it makes for a smooth shift every single time. The gears and the synchros actually look pretty good. And interestingly enough, found a piece of a snap ring in here. And from what I was reading online, there's a snap ring that goes on the clutch here. They actually did a recall on it because it was falling off. Looks like what this one did. So now what I'm hoping for is that we didn't do too much damage when this popped off. Well, look what I just pulled out of here. Just laying down there in the bottom. Look at that. This is a massive snap ring, and it just broke right down the center, and I'll bet this is the snap ring that goes on the inside of the clutch pack. It's not this little one here. So we found 2 broken snap rings already. Definitely a lot of broken parts in here. Get into it more and see what we can dig up.
So the second door is completed. It's now time to get the artwork on it. He got the braces on and everything else. So pretty exciting. I'm going to do a little azalea flower on here. I've got it already sketched out, like lined out on my phone. Now I have got to put it on here now. That's the big thing. I'm armed with a tool that I wasn't last time, and that's this thing because Dad was using it. I was noticing that the other one I was using was really thick. I was going through with my pencil. It didn't work very well for the fine line, so I ended up having to use the side of the pencil box. Looking forward to using the ruler this time because I think I'm gonna be able to do a better job. I'm gonna go over the top of it with the black stuff anyway, but I kind of would like to have a really super crisp, clean sketch so that I don't have to go back through and touch up with the white.
Oh, you got your other brackets now on this one too, huh?
Yep. I'm just here to lay them out.
Oh yeah, because you got to pre-drill all the screw holes, don't you?
Yes, I do.
So they're on the back side of the door, so you're not going to really see them. Is that, looks like that was your strategy, huh?
Yes. Twas my strategy.
So what exactly is this a diagram of then, Brie?
Kind of an azalea flower. When I was looking up pictures, they're kind of bushy, more bushy, and I'm only doing one flower. So I'm kind of making one. It's kind of what I'm doing.
Yeah, I like that. Oh yeah, because we don't want to make it complex. One flower.
No, we want one flower because it's one, you know, one. I was thinking.
And that's why we leave it to the artist to do this.
Take these over and drill them out.
I find Doing a flower, because it's so organic in nature, it doesn't take any anatomy, is less nerve-wracking.
Are you back?
Yeah. Got my headphones.
I have your headphones.
What do you think, Mom? Azalea?
Oh yeah.
Are you
definitely.
seeing azalea?
I am seeing an
amongst this?
azalea. Yes, I am.
Right. A bigger flower going this way and a smaller flower going this way. Because I'm going to get this today. Again, I don't know a thing about this. This stuff, and this doesn't seem very airtight, if you know what I mean, but it kept it really nice. I did notice on the little bit that I had extra on here, it's very elasticy when it dries, which, I mean, is neither here nor there. It's just kind of an interesting little tidbit. I had seen on YouTube people, they go above the surface and they go like this and they let the line fall behind them. That was really jiggly. So what I'm doing now is I'm running it across the wood, and I gotta say, way easier. Oh my goodness. It's still organic in nature, which is the appeal of it. So I made a discovery. My discovery is thus. This wipes up really easy. I'm gonna have to go through that one and touch it up with the white, but it just wipes right off. So what you can do too is they sell the different colors. I've seen a lot of people do is they'll outline it and then they'll come back through not with epoxy resin, but with the fill-in that they have. Got my azalea flower going here now. We wanted the flower to be bigger than the bird because we want the bird to look dainty like what the hummingbirds are. So I made sure to fill way more of the space with this flower than I did with the bird for that purpose. What I really like about this one is we chose to take them through this mountain range, which I think it gives it more depth. I'm really pleased with how this piece is coming together, and I'm looking forward to filling it up with colors. So that's gonna be interesting. This is just a fun little art medium, isn't it? It's just fun. It's stained glass without
Glass.
yeah.
So I brought some of the parts in the shop here just to kind of keep them cleaner. I'm no transmission expert, but I am pretty sure this is the problem. The casing on this is cracked. Pretty sure that's where probably most of our grinding noise is coming from. Just everything that's going on is coming from that most likely. So this is the clutch housing or the front case. And as I'm spinning it around a couple times doing it, it's not necessarily a hard spot as much as a noisy spot, I guess. It's definitely concerning, and I think this might be where that other grind that we were having was. So I'm gonna take this apart and see what I can find. I found some more issues here. So this is supposed to be a bearing, and all we have is the inner race left. The other half of it's still in there, and all the ball bearings are just destroyed. And this is probably the casing that the ball bearings were in. So that bearing back there was just totally shot. Both snap rings on this side and on this side are also too, they just crumbled. It doesn't really change what I'm doing too much, just looking through everything, finding the bad parts. I'm not going for a complete overhaul of any kind. The other thing is this is the 4-wheel drive shaft. It runs down the center. There's that seal that's just totally eaten away by the elements probably. It should look like that one. I got parts ordered for it now. They're gonna be here within the next couple weeks. I had to order some stuff from the UK. As soon as the parts get here, we'll be putting all this back together and hopefully having a nice, reliable running tractor. Beep.
Kind of straightens it out as you go here too, doesn't it?
Yeah, this was a good idea.
Yeah, I think so too. Oh, I just got like a crack on the other side or something?
Maybe, yeah.
Okay. It's good, right? Because it's straightening.
Yep.
And then now another one goes on the other side? Or
Yep.
just one? Oh, you
Nope.
got two. Okay. It's already a lot straighter right now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Are you going to flip it over and see what cracked?
Yeah, it did crack.
Dun, dun, dun. Let's see.
Just put it back together because then I can fix it.
Looks a lot better. You're right. It's not bone. This is rubber too, so it doesn't really. It won't really. Perfect. Good job, hon.
Oh, this looks so good too.
Yeah, it does.
Don't touch it. It's time to dry. Very cute. I have two things going on. We have a symbol of a cure of a cancer and a symbol of a birth of a baby, an azalea. Cool.
Are they going to turn into family heirlooms?
Maybe. The doors are passed around from home to home. Who knows? That's crazy.
I got the outlines done. Dad has the braces on. So next week I think we'll be ready to do some epoxy resin on this, all colored up and pretty. Well, that wraps up this week. The design of the week is Turtly Awesome. If you remember a while back, we drew this little turtle on a shower caddy that we made for our outdoor shower. We had got requested to make it into a t-shirt design, which we since did, and it is our best seller over on our shop. If you have purchased Turtly Awesome, we want to say we appreciate you purchasing from us, and we hope that you're enjoying your design. And if you haven't gotten one yet, be sure to check out the link down in the description. Also, if you'd like to get any of our other designs that we've done in previous weeks, you'll also find that over on our shop page. We'll be announcing the giveaway winner of the Hummingbird canvas in Monday's My Little Podcast. Be sure to tune in so you can claim your prize. If you don't end up claiming your prize, we'll re-roll the names and pick a new giveaway winner the next My Little Podcast. So be sure to tune in so we don't have to do that. Thank you so much for being a part of our family, and we look forward to hanging out with you on Monday for the My Little Podcast. Bye! I'm having to do this sideways. I admit, it's kind of weird. Not gonna lie.
You know, we had a suggestion for you to set it on the ground and do it.
Yeah, which is, you know, smart. Oh, that's not being smart. It's too easy. What do you mean? It's too easy.
Easier ways for people that like, you know, doing it easy.
Our family moved from the city to the country. Thanks for taking part in our adventure. We have new videos every Friday evening. If you would like to help us out, you can like this video, share it, subscribe, or support us on Patreon. See the links in the description.
Not really an interest.
Standing in the sun too long.
Oh, he's just, okay.